Alright. Hello and welcome to a dev commentary for Goku Black Zamasu. In this commentary I will be spoiling the entire quest from start to finish, so if you'd rather go in blind, then stop watching right now. This has been your spoiler warning. And alright, let's begin. So once the resources spawn, I actually wanted to replace Bulma with a sort of box that would be like, it would have few smiling face on it and the word resources written on it, but alas, I ran out of time, so also want this quest to be published already, because according to my notes I started coding it more than 2 years ago. But alright, anyway. So now we have days remaining 7 before Goku Black attacks. And our options are to go on an expedition. However, we need to first recruit someone to go on an expedition with. So let's do just that, and once you press the recruit button, you will get notified of what sort of expenditures are expected of you. So 30 resources means that since Bulma currently has 1000 health, if we confirm the recruitment, she will be left with 700. And the only way to restore her health is by using the skill skip 1 day. So now let's confirm the recruitment. And just so you are aware, the resources get depleted whether or not you are successful in your recruitment. Which means if I'm going in here now, but I fail, then the 30 resources will still be drained. So you have to be kind of careful with how you spend your resources, but I really should stop using that word so much already. For now, let's see Frost. And as you can see, he is no longer Red Frost. However, he can become Red Frost, and he can become Red Frost by reaching level 90. And to reach level 90, he of course needs to go on expeditions, but we will get to that once the recruitment is finished. So for now, let's have Broly spawn. And of course, defeating Broly is the condition for securing Frost's friendship for this mission. Also, the skill Chaos Assault is a new skill exclusive to Frost that you can earn by completing this quest. And it is basically Chaos Shot, however it can loop. And actually costs quite a lot of damage. So, yeah. I also wanted to give Frost a Poison Crowd attack by basing it on Dust attack, however the Dust attack is so freaking unreliable that I just abandoned it outright. So now that Frost is alive, we can go on expeditions. And let's just wait for him to finish his skill. And of course you are able to recruit multiple allies, not just Frost. However, the resources are quite limited, so you are never able to recruit everyone. At least I think so. Yeah, I think that's correct. Not sure. Whatever. You will have to test and see. So, Frost is now our ally, so once we return we can immediately go into expeditions. And you will see that the remaining days have decreased by 1. And that is because the recruitment itself took 1 day to finish. And also there is no expedition possible on day 7, so there's really no point in staying there. So let's go on an expedition, which will take us to Hyperbolic Time Chamber, where a so-called medium character will wait. In this case it will be Frost Medium. And that is a passive hostile version of Frost that you can interact with by hitting him with skills. So of course you have 4 skills available, where the 4th skill just immediately returns you back to Whis' staff to heal, and locks out the option of going to expedition on day 6, or on whatever day that you activated the expedition from. However, if you hit him with any of the other buttons, he will go on an expedition of set difficulty. For now let's go medium, because the hard is actually extremely hard. it might actually be the hardest expedition available in this entire quest. So when expeditions are like mini parallel quests, you could say, where you have just one simple goal, which is always to defeat some enemies. And yeah, anyway, the easy expedition takes 10 resources, as you have seen. However, if you complete it, Frost would improve only by 10 levels. So since we are going on medium difficulty, he has the potential to improve by 20 levels. Which of course also expended 20 resources, which will be permanently lost if you fail. No, if you win, of course, too, but no. Point being that you have to be careful with resources. Now this quest isn't overly difficult, so let's just continue beating them up, and you can see how pathetically weak Frost currently is, which is why you have to go on expeditions if you want to have at least semi-decent allies together with you. Trunks will of course join you either way because he is integral to the story, so can't exactly leave him out. However, everyone else is optional. If you want, you can just skip all 7 days and have no allies recruited whatsoever. That is also an option, but it of course will make the quest more difficult, because even a level 13 ally is better than nothing, especially once we get to Zamasu. So for now, let's complete this quest. I expected that was one of those to be. Alright. Well, we are stuck here, I might as well talk about something else, so you should be prepared for quite a difficult quest ahead of you. Goku Black is more or less normal, but Zamasu will not play fair. He might just be actually the most powerful character I have ever designed for any of my quests. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, now Frost has improved by 20 levels, so now he's level 50. That is also the level he will spawn at in the Hyperboy time chamber if you use our scout review on him. Actually, we can go take a look at that right now. I will not do the expedition, but I want to showcase how it looks. And as you even managed to say, on day 5 you can recruit Gohan, but for now Frost is the only ally that will use. So he is here because I knocked him up over here, but now he's level 50. This is the way you can check whether your ally needs any more levels or not. And also, if you have only allies that are already on max level, then Fuel will not allow you to enter the Hyperboy time chamber because it will be pointless. So for now, let's retreat and skip the rest of the days. You can explore them on your own later. And let's get straight into the first Goku Black battle. Also look at resources, currently at 600 health or 60%. Use the skill skip one day, 70%. This is the only way you have to replenish the resources. I might later do a thing like I did in the survival quest, where if you complete the quest once, then you will have something like energy zone available to you, so that you can just heal up the resources on your own, because that actually won't break the quest. It will just be unfair if you are trying to play with low accuracy. However, if you have already completed the quest, then might as well have some more fun with it. So anyway, for now let's continue on. And that's the recruitment phase finished. And now we will see if you will have quite a pause in his dialogue, right after this one. And that is because that is the point at which the quest checks whether either Gohan or Frost are at level 90, and if they were, then a special bond mission would start for them. Both Frost and Gohan have one, and if you complete Frost's bond mission, then he will become Red Frost, and he will not abandon you in case he is getting overwhelmed in this first battle. And for Gohan, he will simply become more powerful and unlock his potential unleashed. That's quite a mouthful. Anyway, for now, let's look at Goku Black. Also, as you can notice, all of the new characters in this quest have their own portraits, which I think is a nice touch. So, in the very beginning, Goku Black is very weak, because he's still just learning how to properly fight, which is also why he's tanky, but his damage output is basically non-existent. However, look at his stamina bars, which have just now increased by 1. That means that he has already improved, and he is a better warrior already. And the way Black improves, unlike your allies, is simply by battling. I guess that is exactly how your allies improve, but you get the point. So in the first battle, Goku Black basically just bides his time, not going all out at all. And in the subsequent battles, he will be a lot more powerful. I think there are like 6 or 7 instances at which Black improves, which both makes his AI difficulty harder and increases his ki bars and stamina bars. But for now, that's all he does. So it would actually be quite difficult to lose against him here, but of course anything is possible. But with as overpowered the Super Soul as I am using it, I think it is actually impossible. So for now, let's just continue on. And you have noticed that Trunks left. He will return in, I think, 2 minutes exactly, and he went off to rescue people. And the whole rescue people thing is basically an off-screen meter that tells the quest how many people were rescued already, or how many weren't rescued. And if you recall the Frost medium character, there used to be a people or humans medium character as well, which would regenerate its own HP based on the number of people that were rescued during the progress of this quest. However, that had to be removed because there were issues with it. Well, not specifically with this feature, but with the quest as a whole, and that was that it was simply way too packed with content, meaning it started to break down. Because in case you are not a quest modder for Xenoverse, you are just a casual enjoyer, the quests have a sort of capacity that they can support, and if you exceed that capacity, the enemy characters or even ally characters will simply stand in place and block, and not attack otherwise. That is a very unfortunate thing. It also means that my full vision for this time couldn't have been realized. But I do plan on creating a second version of it, where the recruitment phase just straight up doesn't exist, so that I could fit the entire story in it. Which also means that characters like Frost and Gohan likely won't exist, or if they will, they won't be available as expedition characters, since expeditions won't exist. But that is for the future me to worry about. So, anyway, now that we are just waiting and Chuck's already left, there are actually 2 or 3 possible ending conditions for his rescuing of the people. The first is simply that 2 minutes have passed and he returns saying that the people are rescued. The second is that he returns in case Frost isn't your ally and you are getting overwhelmed, which means that half of your health bar was depleted already. And the third one is if you are so effective against the Black that you force him back sooner than within the 2 minutes. And at that point, Trunks just returns immediately because there is no more point in rescuing people since the battle is over. But now let's go to Goku Black battle number 2 and evolve right away.
Squash you like a bug.
And this is the point where Black actually becomes dangerous. Because until now he was basically just playing around, but now he fights to defeat you. So let's rescue these people. Do you mind? Who? And if Gohan was allied with you, he would handle the rescue operation here. However, since he is not there, just let's rescue all of them. And the ultimate finish trigger that you just noticed was of course for rescuing both the people that Trunks went after and the ones that Black vanished over here. Originally it was planned to be like if you rescued 50% of all the people that were in danger. However, as stated before, the quest couldn't handle it because it was beyond its capacity, so I had to simply change it to rescue all the available people. Which also means that technically, while there is only one condition for activating the ultimate finish part of the quest, there are like, I think 4 in total possible endings for it, so. And the endings for ultimate finish and for normal finish are identical. The ultimate finish just dictates whether you receive all the available reward skills once you complete the quest or not. And the available skills are of course this Quick Bloom Kamehameha, the Tails Assault, whatever attacks Goku Black and Zamasu are using, and I think that's about it. I think there's 7 of them in total, one of which you can also use during this quest if you recruit the special unknown person, which is Shenshek, which is a fusion between Ice and Nuova Shenron. But anyway, let's continue on. Now that Black is basically defeated, there we go, Zamasu will spawn, and this is also a point at which you have 2 options. First is to attack him outright, second is to let him and Black have their chat. And if you didn't recruit anyone and attacked Zamasu outright, then defeating Goku Black a 3rd time would outright kill him, meaning fused Zamasu could never be created. However, if you leave Zamasu alone, so that he can finish his dialogue and directly challenge you himself, then Goku Black will have had enough time to recover some of his power, at which point defeating him will no longer kill him, and once that is done and Zamasu is also defeated, then fused Zamasu spawns. But for now, since Zamasu nicely challenged us, he might also showcase the Fate Sever skill. Come on, don't be shy. There it is. Oh, I didn't mean to get hit by it, but whatever. And yeah, that's another skill here that was Heavenly Strike, I think, which has the potential to unleash 27 attacks instead of just 8 or 9. And he either unleashes it in a salvo of 3 at a time or 1 by 1, but in very rapid succession.
It seems I underestimated.
And Zamasu is defeated. Now the Trunks spawns. So now the goal is simply to defeat Goku Black.
There's my dream. And
also, you didn't quite have the chance to witness this, but you will in a minute, once Black is defeated. Zamasu has a passive health regeneration. That means that it is not tied to the Super Soul, because the Super Soul is actually the Eye of being immortal, or whatever the vanilla one is called. So the health regeneration that he has is written directly into his character files. And now that Black is dead, his Zamasu cannot happen. So now Zamasu himself will revive. If I find him, there he is. And he will become quite dangerous, because he will now have 4 full health bars and of course the passive health regeneration. And the more health bars he has, the quicker the regeneration is. That is simply the way the game is coded. That has nothing to do with this quest specifically. So, that's that done. And of course you might remember that Frost is recruited, and once Zamasu revives, Frost will arrive.
Trunks, you are a sinner.
Also, the Fate Sever ultimate attack that Zamasu has, it can be quite dangerous if Zamasu has enough ki, because it will teleport him directly in front of you before attacking, making it extremely difficult to dodge. Not impossible, but difficult. But he doesn't use it all the time, so I'm watching do it right now. Never mind, he's just letting himself get beaten. However, he also uses it quite often, and it is his only ultimate attack available. So if you can tell when he is going to use it, then it is quite easy to stamina break him out of it. And as you can see, he's regenerating very quickly. Basically, he has passive regeneration on every single one of his stats entry, except the ones that are the common files, because those cannot be directly edited. Or rather they can, however those get edited like every mid-game version, so I don't want to deal with it, so yeah. Oh yeah. Looks like we don't have two of us now. And Zamasu is holding his own very well. I have actually had gameplays where even if I had recruited both Frost and Gohan, and Trunks was here, and I was here, then this immortal Zamasu would have still killed all of us. So it can be quite dangerous at times. Anyway, now you must become a god of destruction, because of course an immortal person doesn't really care if he is defeated, since he is immortal. Now you might be wondering how you get this form, and that is by completing the accompanying mini-quest that directly precedes the Time Walk Zamasu, and that is a Champa Master mission. Now the Champa Master mission is a quest in which of course Champa teaches you how to become a GLD, and that is your reward for bringing him victory in the Time Walk Tournament of Destroyers. And just in case you are wondering, the canon ending for Tournament of Destroyers is just the fact that you have played it, not any one specific ending for it. So, now that that is all done, you have Destructive Fusion available to you as well, however it is not a condition to use it on Zamasu in order to erase him. It is basically here just for lore purposes, so that if you want it, you could erase him using that, but if not, then it doesn't really matter. Also, it is not a one-hit kill, it is simply here so that you can feel like a destroyer while you are being a destroyer. It still does a hell of a damage though. But yeah, basically you can say that all of your attacks are being infused with destruction energy, since you are currently being a god of destruction. So you can explain that way why Zamasu can be erased even without using Destructive Vision. But if you want to use it, it is there. And as you can see now, Tova and Frost are having their own chats after the quest is finished. And there are like 16 possible ending dialogues, which all depend on who you recruited, who survived, who died, and so on. And actually, now that the quest is finished, I wanna show you all the quest rewards that are available, just so you know what you are getting. And I'm not sure if I have mentioned this already, but as far as I remember, there are 4 possible endings for this time walk, which of course isn't as crazy as it was in the Tournament of Destroyers, but it is something at least.
Have you been to the Hero
And I think
Coliseum
all of
yet?
them work fine, so...
There you can enjoy explosive figure
Here's the
battles
quest.
using the
These are the skills
state-of-the-art
that you
battle
can acquire
simulator.
in the full
You've
version,
got all kinds of
and
hero
the demo
figures at
version
your disposal,
ends
and you can use and
right
combine them
after
in
the
any
first
way you see
platform
fit.
work.
The number of
So yeah,
combinations
that's about
is
it. This is the
unreal.
accompanying
Mix
master
and match
mission.
figures to
This
create
is
your
where you earn the
own
God of
ultimate
Destruction
team.
and also 2 new skills, which I think you will find quite interesting. And this is the yet unfinished quest about earning supervillain. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Hope you had fun. Hope you will have fun playing the quest yourself. Let me know what you think, and of course if you discover any bugs, because I didn't see any more of them, but it is possible some are still there, then please let me know and I will do my best to fix them as soon as possible. Have a nice day.